Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy, and today I will be showing you the absolute best games for iOS 6, and let's not waste any time, let's get straight into this. Star of the show today is my iPad 4th generation running iOS 6, of course, 6.1.3, and it's running natively. I have made a video of me unboxing this thing, and yeah, I'll probably link that in the description if you also want to watch that. But anyway, first, the prerequisites you will need is to be jailbroken, and it's quite easy to jailbreak iOS 6, thankfully. If you are on Windows, you can use post 6 pwn, and if you are on Mac or Linux, you can, well, just Mac, because Linux you can't pwn. Checkmate on Linux, I mean. So you will need Legacy iOS kit for Mac specifically, and if you're on Linux, you'll probably need an Arduino. But once you are jailbroken, now let's get to the next steps. So you're going to want this repo right here, Electamon's repo, yzu.moe/dev/. And once you have added that repo, you will now open it up, all packages, and you will find Viteris, a client for Viteris server. And this is where we will get all of the apps, the games and stuff. So you're gonna go in here, and you're gonna hit modify and install. I've already installed it, and of course you will restart your Springboard, and you are good to go. And now let's get into the best games. Okay, the first one we are going to be talking about is an absolute classic, and I will be formatting this video to have gameplay, of course, of these. We're going to be trying, what I would recommend would be Minecraft. This is probably the absolute best iOS 6 game ever. Minecraft is an absolute classic. There's a reason why it's sold so well and is so relevant nowadays, even to this day when it came out in like 2010 or something. So yeah, I'm saying it's very good, and the best version for iOS 6 in my opinion is 0.95. It is not the absolute latest version, but it's the version that still has infinite worlds and everything, but it still runs quite fast on this 4th gen running 6.1.3. And of course, if you are on a nostalgia trip, MCPE Lite is also an option. What I was about to say before my phone ran out of storage is, if you're in a nostalgia trip, you can try out MCPE Lite, and it's just the free version, and I think there is only one version available, and it is 0.21 Alpha Lite. Okay, the next one we're going to be talking about is Subway Surfers, which is another absolute classic, and is still around today, funnily enough. And yeah, so what is it? It's just a running type game where you run from the cops after you like spray paint something, and it's pretty fun. I still love this game to this day. I still play it on my 12 Pro Max actually, and I have it installed and everything. So yeah, I will be providing gameplay, of course, so you can see as I try to struggle to adjust my tripod. So yeah. And the best version for Subway Surfers is 1.4.5.0. Next one we're going to be talking about is another classic, and I believe it has been around since iOS 2 or 3, and it is called Doodle Jump, and this one is actually still playable today on modern devices running iOS 26, which is kind of funny. But it's just a little game that uses the gyroscope, which is essentially like the rotator thing in there that detects motion around your iPad, and it uses it to move around the character in the game and jump on these trampoline type things to go as far as you can before you die and fall and stuff. So yeah, that's what Doodle Jump is, and the best version whatever works the best for you, HD or non-HD, and it just depends on which one works the best for you. But for my case, because I'm using the HD version, is 3.7, because a lot of them for the HD version do not work at all. But most, I think, for the normal ones, you can try whatever one just runs the fastest for you, because I can't really tell you that one specifically, because I'm running, most of my iOS 6 devices are the top of the end highest end devices that are run the fastest. So if you're running like a slower, what I would recommend is like if you're running like a 3GS or a Touch 4, get probably one of the earlier versions. If you are running a 4S, get like a mid to later version. And if you're running a 5 or an iPhone 5, a Touch 5, or a iPad 4th generation, get the latest. And for mid, also that would go for like the iPad 2, go get the mid-range version. And yeah, you get what I'm saying. And probably the same thing for the iPad mini 1st generation on iOS 6, because it's just using the iPad 2 chip. So yeah. The next one we're going to be talking about is Jetpack Joyride, which is another classic iOS game, which is actually still around today, which is kind of funny. And yeah, it is like a jetpack running game that's 2D, and it's similar to Subway Surfers, but with jetpack, and it's in 2D basically. And the best version for a Jetpack Joyride is 1.1. Next one we're going to be talking about is Ninjump DX. This is another classic iOS game, and it has been around since iOS 2 or 3. This is one of my personal favorites, and I've loved this game forever. And it's kind of still does exist today, but it's not the same. And the best version for Ninjump DX is 1.81.0. Next one we're going to be talking about are the 2 paper toss games. They're just games where you're just chucking paper into a bin, and they have a fan next to you, and it adjusts the wind every time you throw it and make it. So there's 2 different games you can try out. They both have, there's a second one that has more levels, and there's a first one that also has a bunch of levels. I prefer both of them because you can just use both of them, because it's the same game essentially with different like XP on the, I think, Paper Toss 2. But anyway, the best versions for Paper Toss 1 is 1.84.4, and same for 2, the best version is 1.3.0. Next one we're going to be talking about is Angry Birds. I'm not as much as an Angry Birds enthusiast as others, so I just like the normal version of Angry Birds, so that's what I'm going to be recommending. But there are plenty other versions of Angry Birds to try out. I haven't really tested them because I'm not like an Angry Birds fanatic, but I do like it. The best version for the normal version is 6.0.1, and if you're feeling nostalgic about being poor and you couldn't afford the $3 Angry Birds back then, the best version for the free version is 1.7.0. The next one we're going to be talking about is Fruit Ninja, which is a fruit slicing game, which is still around today. And the best version for Fruit Ninja on the HD version is 1.8.4, and the best normal version of Angry Birds is 1.7.4. Next one we're going to be talking about is kind of a hot take, and it's a quite underrated game. I literally had no idea it's been around this long. It's called Plague Inc., and it's a plague survival game. And it is like essentially you have your plague and you infect everybody with it, and you try to keep certain ports open to infect said country, and it gets quite strategic. It's like a strategic plague spreading game, and you also have to make it survive and stop a cure and everything. And the best version for Plague Inc. is 1.3.1. No, other versions are not in English. Get the later ones if you want Russian for some reason, because I think it's from a Russian developer. Next one we're going to be talking about is Geometry Dash, a very frustrating game, and I do not like it very much, but a lot of people like it. It has its own community and everything. And what I'm saying is it's been around forever, and it's also compatible with iOS 6, and it's good if you want to rage. The best version for Geometry Dash is 2, for the normal one specifically, is 2.0.1, and the best for light, if you're feeling nostalgic, is 1.0. The next game we're going to be talking about is iBeer. It's not really a game. It's like a virtual beer type game where you tilt your device and it drinks the beer. It's nothing special. The best version for iBeer is probably 2.03, I think. Next one we're going to be talking about is Flappy Bird, another classic game, specifically from the iOS 7 era, and it's also compatible with iOS 6. And the best version for Flappy Bird is 1.2. It's very frustrating, like Geometry Dash. And it was only around for like 3 weeks, specifically on the App Store, before a bunch of copycat games for Flappy Bird came out, because I believe the developer didn't want it up. There's a bunch of videos on why Flappy Bird got taken down. I don't remember the exact reason why. But yeah, anyway, it's a pretty frustrating game. And yeah. Next one we're going to be talking about is Pac-Man. I don't think it needs any explanation. It's an absolute classic. You have it on your arcade cabinets and stuff. And the best version for Pac-Man is 1.0.4. The next game we're going to be talking about is Boost 2, like a little fun, abstract, like moving using the gyroscope type game. It's like has all these abstract blocks and stuff, and it's like looks all cyberpunky, and you're going through these like things, like these like blocky things, and trying not to hit them to keep going. And the best version for Boost 2 is 2.4. The next game we're going to be talking about is Bubble Burst, and it is another absolute classic. I remember this one from the iOS 9 era. That's when I played this game specifically, and but apparently it's been around for way longer than that, and it's literally the verse version is available. I think the only version available, and it's 1.0. And the next one we're going to be talking about, it needs no explanation, another absolute classic, Plants vs. Zombies, a classic tower defense game where you're defending your house from a bunch of zombies with a bunch of these like yard work things. And I do love this game. This game was amazing. And the best version for HD is 1.9.7, and the best for normal is 1.9.9. And the last game we're going to be talking about is Office Jerk. Office Jerk is like paper toss, but you're throwing the paper at people. And the best version for it is 1.9.8. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy, and today I will be showing you the absolute best games for iOS 5. And today, I will be showing off all these games with my iOS 5 downgraded from 7.1 4S. So okay, so let me show you how you even get these games in the first place. So you're gonna head into Cydia. You need to be jailbroken, of course, and you're gonna want to get this repo right here, yzu.moe/dev/ aka the Electamons repo. So once you've installed this repo, edit and add in Cydia, you're going to go down here and you're going to install Viterus. You're going to be using this to get every single one of these games, other than another tool which is called the iPhoneosobscura repo, or repository, or whatever you want to call it, project. So anyway, it's going to install AppSync, which is what's going to be needed for the other thing. So you're just going to hit modify, install, and it's going to install this thing called Viterus, which is basically a alt store, but for legacy iOS, if that's what it is basically. And you can get anything in here. There's a ton of old apps in here that haven't been used in forever, and you should go try them out, and games and stuff. So that's what we're going to be using. And there's another one that I want to introduce you to, which is the iPhone OS Obscura Locator, which I mentioned earlier. You're going to put this in the Safari, and you can just choose from any one of these. So like, let's go to like Geekbench, for example, because I want to show you how it works. Just like Viterus, which Viterus, you just install stuff and you just pick the version you want. By the way, I'm not going to be showing any of these versions because a lot of these are personal preference depending on what device you have. I'm not going to be doing it like the first iOS 6 video, and I felt like this type of content is better than just showing you which version works better on an iPhone 4S, which I don't think is very common on iOS 5. So anyway, you're going to pick whatever version you want in here. So you're going to do, usually, I would just hit proxied install, and then you got the app on your home screen basically. It will install like anything else, and yeah. Let's get straight into this. So the first one we're going to be going over is Bubble Burst, which is basically like a puzzle game. I don't know if you've played this before. It's like a puzzle game where you have like these balls or bubbles, I don't know what they are, but you're like chucking them at ones that are the same color, and they have to be in like multiple groups so you can break them, and it's pretty fun. I've been playing this one for like forever, since like the iOS 8 and 9 days I've been playing this game. It's really fun. The next one we're going to be going over is Minecraft and Minecraft Lite. Both of these, there are no need for HD versions, just like Bubble Burst. You've probably played Minecraft before. It is literally, I believe, the highest selling game of all time. You should know what Minecraft is. Next one we're going to be going over is Office Jerk, which is I don't know if you ever played paper toss, which we'll get into pretty soon, but like you have to like throw the paper, and it has like the fan next to it, and you have to like throw it with the wind and stuff. So instead of like throwing it in a basket, you're throwing it at somebody. So that's what not paper toss, that's what office jerk is. The next one we're going to be talking about is probably an absolute classic from the 2010s, which I really like, 9cat. Is 9cat Lost in Space, and I believe there is a HD version if I'm not mistaken, but it's like this like 2D running game where you're like 9cat and you're dodging obstacles and stuff. It's sort of like Jetpack Joyride. The next one we're going to be going over is Plants vs. Zombies 1 and 2. These are like tower defense type games, where you're defending your house from a horde of zombies with like plants and stuff. That's where, hence the name. And there's a HD version for 1 and 2. So yeah, and same thing for paper toss, which I mentioned earlier. There is 1 and 2, and there's HD versions. So go check those out. Okay, the next one we're going to be talking about is any version of Angry Birds. There's like 800,000 versions of Angry Birds that you can get off of Viteris or the iPhoneOS Obscura project website or whatever. You can get any version of these, and same thing goes for Sonic, any version of Sonic. There's plenty of versions. I believe it has 1 to 3, so if you want to go check out any of those, well, go ahead. It's in Viteris or the iPhoneOS Obscura project. And same thing with Cut the Rope. Cut the Rope is like this type of game where you're like, you have this like little guy here, and you have to like cut the rope. It's like a puzzle type game where you're cutting this rope, and you're dropping like the candy or food into this guy's mouth, and you got to get it in there, and there's like a bunch of ropes, and it's like a puzzle game. It's pretty fun. It's absolute classic. Next we're going to be talking about is 2048, which you've had to play this by now. It's like this weird type game where you have these numbers and you got to add them all up together, and it's yeah. Same thing with Temple Run. You've probably played Temple Run before. Another one of those running style games where you're running from like these like monkey or baboon type creatures, and you have to like use like the gyroscope with your phone by moving it, and dodging stuff, getting coins, stuff like that. It's like Subway Surfers a lot. And the next one we're going to be going over is Doodle Jump, which has plenty of versions. The one I will probably be showcasing is the Christmas one, since I don't know if you can see that. I'm in the Christmas spirit, so yeah, but there's plenty of versions. There is HD versions for some of these, I believe, so go check those out too. And the next one we're going to be going over is Jetpack Joyride, which has an HD version as well. This one's actually still around today, I believe, so go check those out. It's like a game where you're running as, not running, you have like a jetpack and you're running. And the next one we're going to be talking about is Ninjump DX, which also has an HD version, which I only believe is on the iOS Obscura, I think, yeah, the iOS Obscura project. So that is the only, I mean, I don't think it's available on Viteris, sadly, so that's where you're gonna have to get it, so, yeah. And Ninjump DX is like this type of game. It's another one of those running games where you're a ninja and you're running on the ball and you're jumping around the obstacles. Next one we're going to be talking about is Subway Surfers. There's no way you haven't played the Subway Surfers at this point. It's one of the best and most known mobile games probably ever. It's another one of those running type games. It's in 3D. It's cool. It's not like one of those 2D plane type games. It's more like a Temple Run, and you're just running from this like a cop after you spray paint something, and you got to dodge around the trains and all these other obstacles. So that's what Subway Surfers is, if you don't know for some reason. Next one we're going to be talking about is slightly a bit more obscure. It's called Plague Inc. Plague Inc. is this like plague survival game where you have to like infect the whole entire world with your plague and stuff. Alright, and the next one we're going to be talking about is Fruit Ninja. There's normal, you've probably played Fruit Ninja before. It's a fruit slicing game. You throw up the fruit, you slice it, and try not to hit the bombs, basically. So anyway, you've probably played this before. There's an HD version and there's a non-HD version. And same thing for Geometry Dash, except there's a light version and a normal version, and it's like a type game, another one of those obstacle type running games where this one's actually very hard. It's very frustrating. I've been playing this one for like at least since like 2014 or something like that. It's an absolute classic. It's very hard, and yeah. Next one we're going to be talking about is iBeer. It's not really a game. It's more of this like virtual beer game type thing where you're like you tilt your phone to drink the beer. Next one we're going to be talking about is Boost, which there is plenty of versions. There's also Boost 2, but I believe the one that I'm showcasing is the first version of Boost, and there's HD versions and non-HD versions. And the last one we're going to be talking about is Ninjago Revenge of the Snakes, I think it's called. I played this one way back, and I think it's pretty fun, so you should go check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy, and today I will be showing you all of the best games for iOS 4 and how to install them properly. Of course, there will be some prerequisites needed, and that is you need a Windows computer, and preferably on Windows 7 or higher, and your iOS 4 device to be jailbroken, which is very easy. You can do that with Legacy iOS Kit. Also, I forgot to mention this, you'll need a genuine cable. I'll be using an iOS 4 iPad 2 to demonstrate today. But first, let's get straight into how to install these games. Okay, so you're gonna go into Cydia, you're gonna go into your repos, and you're gonna edit and add this repo right here, pwnage.dev/. And once you've added the Pwnage archive repo, you're going to head into here, and you're going to find AppSync for 4.0+, and you're going to install this. And you're not done because you have to restart your Springboard somehow. If you do not have Winterboard, which is what I'd recommend to restart your Springboard, you can go in there and install that. So once you actually have Winterboard installed, it might ask you to respring. So you'd basically go into Advanced Themer, and then you'd hit Restart Springboard, and then you're good to go. Since I already have the right version of iTunes, I will not be demonstrating this part, but all you gotta do is go into Control Panel, and you just uninstall everything that's Apple related by just searching up in Programs and Features Apple, and you just uninstall every single one of these, and then you are good to move on to the next step. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're gonna go and search up this into Google. It's called Up to Down iPhone Box, and you're going to hit older versions, and it will bring you to this page back here, and you should select one of these. And the one that I recommend personally is the 2.95 beta. It might be a beta, but this is the absolute latest version that you can get from Up to Down that I think works the best with older devices. So I would just install this one. It's from April 13th of 2015, and you're gonna get like a little install script and everything. So you go through that, and yeah, you have that installed. And next thing you're going to do is you're going to this site called ipsw.me, and you're going to iTunes. It has a ton of adware on here, but this is trusted. So you're going to go in here, and you're going to get 11.4, and you're going to install this. And once you have iTunes 11.4 installed, it should now recognize your device, and it should all work with iFunbox. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to go into archive.org right here, and I have a bunch of different things that I would recommend to select from apps, and all of the ones that I will be showing you, all the games and stuff, will be coming from anything from this one, the iPhoneosobscura project, the 2011 app archive, or this dude named WP2000 who has one for a collection for iOS 4 specifically. So once you've selected your IPA file, I'll now open up iFunbox, and it will immediately recognize your device here. And all you got to do is you got to go and hit install app, and you select whatever IPA that you want here, and it shall install it onto your device, and you should be good to go. So that is how you do it. So now let's go through all of the best games and apps for iOS 4. Actually, just games, not when I said apps. But yeah, let's get right into this. Also, before we get into this, I'd like to mention that I am doing this differently than the iOS 6 video, where I show you the versions, because iOS 4 does not have Viteris. A lot of these, because Viteris automatically adapts which versions are compatible with your version of like iOS 6 or 5, for example. So you'll know which ones are compatible or not. So in this case, you're probably just going to have to test out which versions work the best for you. So I'm just going to be showing you my favorite apps and games and what they do. Like, for example, I don't think Minecraft exists on iOS 4 below iOS 4.3 or 4.2, I don't really remember. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. Okay, the first one we're going to be talking about is Minecraft PE Lite and Minecraft PE Pocket Edition, normal. So this is just Minecraft, but adapted for iOS, obviously. So it's nothing really to rate home about. It's literally the most sold game in the world, and it's still very good on here. I think my favorite for, like, I'm gonna tell you anyway, for 4.3.5 specifically, and that's like the latest you can go, is probably like 0.72, but for the other one, it's just, that really doesn't matter. You can just choose it. I'm gonna tell you the version for that one. Next one we're going to be talking about is Moto Racing Fever. It's just some little motorcycle game that's in 2D. It's pretty fun. Next one we're going to be talking about is Ninjump DX. Think Subway Surfers, but you're a ninja and it's 2D. It's very fun. You're running until you can't run anymore. It's just one of those like infinite running games to see how far you can go, and it'll progressively get harder as higher you go. So it's very fun. I've been playing this game since I was like 2 or 3 years old, actually on an exact same iPad as this, an iOS 4.3.5 iPad 2. And yeah, I really love that game, so you guys should go check this one out. And the next one we're going to be going over is Monkey Ball. It's freaking Monkey Ball. I don't think you need to know what that means. You're a monkey in a ball, and you're rolling around, and it's fun. So go play it. It was on, I think Nintendo had it at the time, I believe. And it's also on iOS, which is good. Next one we're going to be talking about is Doodle Jump. It's like a game where you jump on these like trampoline type things, and you see how as high as you can go. It's like Ninjump DX in a way. So yeah, the next one we're going to be talking about is Fruit Ninja. This is another absolute classic that you probably should know. You're slicing fruit and stuff, and it's like a puzzle game. There's bombs up there. You try not to hit the bombs that get thrown up with the fruit, and you see how high you can go until the timer eventually runs out, and see how high score you can get. So yeah, very fun game. You guys should check it out. The next one we're going to be talking about is Jetpack Joyride. It's another one of those like running type games where you see how as far as you can go, and Jetpack Joyride is like that with jetpacks and stuff, and it's pretty hard actually. Only after like 1,000 it gets kind of hard actually. I've been playing this one forever as well, so I do highly recommend this game. This one's very fun, so you should go check it out. Next one is called Cut the Rope, and it's like where you have this like little like monster looking guy, and you have some sort of like candy or food or something, and you try to get the rope, you try to cut it right where the stuff falls in his mouth so he can eat. Okay, the next one we're going to be talking about is the whole entire Angry Birds series. It's Angry Birds. You should know what Angry Birds is. It's an absolute classic. You're a bird, and you chuck the birds into like this thing to try to break through the house, and there's like 18 different versions of Angry Birds for some reason. There's Light, there's like the space version of Angry Birds, and then there's some other version of Angry Birds. I don't know. There's way too many of them. There was one guy that actually recommended this video to me, who used to document all the Angry Birds versions. Red Power Gaming, rip to his channel. Hopefully he gets it back. But yeah, I'm not that as much of an Angry Birds enthusiast as him, so I'm not crazy about it. I was always like a Minecraft guy, but I still like to play Angry Birds from time to time on these older devices, because it's still an absolute classic. The next one we're going to be talking about is 2010 Pro Golf. This is actually a game from iOS 3, but it's still very fun. It's like a golfing type game. I will show you images of it and videos, of course. It's pretty fun. I've tried it. The next one we're going to be talking about is the whole entire Paper Toss series. This one I am more crazy about over like Angry Birds. It's just like you have like this piece of paper, and you have a basket, and you try to throw the paper into the basket with a fan next to you, so it makes it harder, and you have to throw it at a certain angle to get it into the paper basket, and you see how high score as you can get. And there's like 3 versions for iOS 4, I believe. You have normal, Paper Toss 1, and you have Paper Toss World Tour for earlier versions of iOS 4 as well. And I believe Paper Toss 2 is iOS 4.3x and above. So, yeah. Next one we're going to be talking about is freaking Tetris. You know what Tetris is? It's literally one of the most iconic games ever. You take these blocks and then you just chuck them, and it's like a puzzle game. You try to get them to fit together like Lego pieces, basically. You should know what this one is. All right, the next one we're going to be talking about is the whole entire Temple Run series. You should know what this one is. It's Temple Run. It's like one of those other type of running type games like the others I've mentioned, but you're running from this like big monkey looking creature, and I don't even know what type of creature it is, or is it like a baboon, or if it is a monkey or something, I don't know. It looks pretty cool though, that's all I know, and you're like in the jungle and stuff. And you also have a Brave version for that, like whatever. I do remember watching this movie at one point. It's affiliated with Disney, I think. Yeah, you're going to get this one. It's 2 if you want to try it out. It's Temple Run Brave Edition. It's pretty cool. Next one, I'm going to group all of these together because they're all essentially the same game. Talking Ben, Talking Tom, Talking Tom 2. They're all the same game. You've probably tried these out before. There was even like a revival in like 2022 when that Talking Ben became popular on like TikTok again, and it was pretty cool. I haven't got to play, because I used to play that back in the day, and it was fun seeing it becoming popular again. You basically just talked, like there's like this talking animal, and you get to like mess with it, feed it things, punch it if you even desire. It's weird. It's a weird type of game, but you just get to interact with it in many different weird ways for some reason. So yeah. Next one we're going to be talking about is Plants vs. Zombies. You should know this one as well. It's a classic tower defense type game for mobile devices. I even played this on an old Android back in the day. The whole Sonic series, you should know what Sonic is. I don't even think I'm going to explain what Sonic is. It's one of the most iconic games ever to release. You get like Sonic 1 and 2, I think. All of these Pac-Man type games, it's Pac-Man. You should know what Pac-Man is. Especially if you are a Billy Mitchell red joystick enthusiast like me. I'm going to group all of these racing games together into this next category. One called F1 2009, which is for iOS 3. What works with iOS 4. Which is a fun racing game, same with Asphalt 7 and City Racing. Okay, this next one we're going to be talking about is called Nyan Cat Lost in Space. This is like great if you are very nostalgic for like the early 2010s like I am. It is just like a Nyan Cat type game, running type game, where you see how as far as you can go. It's like you're constantly moving and you have to jump around obstacles and see how far you go, and it even has like all the old Nyan Cat music, which is funny. But yeah, absolute classic. Now we're going over to Office Jerk, where it's basically paper toss, but you're throwing the paper at a guy, and you can even switch it between like cupcakes, other food items, and even a frigging computer where you can chuck the guy in the face with a computer, which is funny. Next one we're going to be talking about is just a game that's just called air hockey. It's freaking air hockey. You should know what air hockey is. You gotta be kidding me. Next one I'm going to be grouping together because they're both 2 Call of Duty related games. You have Call of Duty World at War Zombies and Black Ops Zombies. Classic COD Zombies. You should know what COD Zombies is. And it's actually in first person, which is cool. I thought it would be like a third person type game because I never got to play Call of Duty back in the day because my parents wouldn't let me. And it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It's probably better to play it on like these older type games on the Xbox 360, but it's a lot easier. But like or the PS3. But it's still pretty fun on mobile. The next one we're going to be going over is the whole entire Jurassic Park series, which is like games 1 through 4, and they're just Jurassic Park type games. They're pretty cool. The next 2 we're going to be talking about is Burn It All, which is like a fun puzzle game where you have to burn everything. And the same with an FC rocket. You have to take these rockets and put them into the mothership and get them in there. So yeah.